with everyone. Indian fever. You can be part of the fun. You're the winner at every game. That's where the excitement begins. So catch Indian fever. Be a believer with the Cleveland Indians.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the February 28th, 2019 Lake County Sentinel Podcast. I'm your host, Tim Shirer, publisher and sports editor of the Lake County Sentinel. We'll be with you for about a half hour. We got a lot to talk about tonight. In the first half of our show, we'll talk sports. We'll talk about the Cavs, Monsters, Icebreakers, Indians, and unfortunately, once again, we're going to talk about Johnny Manziel, and there's a good reason we're going to talk about Manziel, but that's in sports. And then in the second 15 minutes in politics, we've got a lot to talk about, and so we'll get to that the second 15 minutes. But let's get to sports. The Cavs are in action tonight against the New York Knicks in New York at Madison Square Garden. Supposedly the greatest sports arena in the world. I don't agree, but okay. Maybe they could put a good team in there some year. The Cavs are 14-47 in 14th place in the East. The Knicks are 13-48 and in 15th place in the East. So the Knicks are terrible. They are worse than the Cavs, as they have been for most of the last 20 years. So there's that. Then we got the Monsters are in action tonight and level against the Rockets. They're tonight and tomorrow at 7 o'clock. They hope to maybe get a couple of wins there and maybe move up in the standings, and there's still hope that they could make the playoffs. Then you got the Menor Icebreakers, who are in action tomorrow night in Watertown against the Wolves. Then they are home Saturday and Sunday against the Wolves. Tomorrow night and Saturday night are at 7:35, and then Sunday is at 4:35. So hopefully, maybe the Icebreakers, they've been playing a little better of late. I know it sounds stupid when you say they're 3-7 in the last 10 games and they're playing a little better, but they are playing a little better. So it's really tough to be an expansion team in any league, and in a league like the Federal Hockey League, it's even harder because you're going to come in against teams that just have their players, and you don't have anybody. You're starting from scratch. So that's where the Icebreakers have been this year. Hopefully this isn't their only year in Menor. Hopefully they can stick around. They've made enough money to sustain and be back for a second year. But then the Cleveland Indians, the Indians played their sixth exhibition game today, and they lost 10-7 to the Diamondbacks. There was some positive in it. Of course, there were some not so positives too. When in the final inning, Shao Ching Chang gave up 2 runs in the 9th inning on 4 hits. That's not good. Delbert Siri took the loss. Another not a real good performance for him. He went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, walked a guy, gave up 1 run, struck out a guy. But besides that, well, Justin Grimm gave up 2 runs, but they were both unearned. So only 8 of the 10 runs were earned, which is not, it's not good. That's not good. But, Chin Wen Hu started. He's not going to be a starter. So, that put them behind right away. They had young guys pitching. The guys who are going to be in the bullpen pitched fine. Okay. Oliver Perez and John Edwards, they pitched fine. They didn't give up a run. 1 hit between the 2 of them. 2 strikeouts. Justin Grimm, who's got a good shot at making to the bullpen. He gave up the 2 runs, but they were unearned. So, the bullpen, it struggled a little bit. They gave up some runs. That's not good. But the offense has been pretty good the last couple of days. Mark Mathias, once again, had a nice day, playing second base. Oh, actually, he didn't have a very good day today. He went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. But I was looking at the wrong guy here. Kevin Plawecki, who the Indians acquired from the Mets in the offseason, he started today at catcher. He went 2 for 3, scored a run and an RBI. He had a double, 2 doubles. So that's good. You get 2 doubles from your catcher. That's pretty good. Greg Allen had a double today. Jose Ramirez hit his first home run of the spring, which is nice to see. He's now hitting 222 on the spring, which, that's not good, but, it's spring training. And veterans, they don't always, they start picking it out the last week or 2 of spring training, honestly. So I'm not worried about him at all. I know a lot of so-called Indians fans are going to rip on him, but, let him do that. They're going to rip on anybody who isn't a Cleveland Brown. So Mitch Longo, Mayfield native, Mayfield High School graduate, Mitch Longo, he went 0 for 1 today. And, that was his first at bat of the spring. He struck out. Hopefully he gets more opportunities. I saw Longo played for Lake County parts of 2 years. I really like him. I really feel like if Mitch Longo could get a real shot from the Indians, I think he could be pretty good. And I think Mitch Longo, he could fit in that outfield now. He's young still. I mean, he's experience-wise. He's not young because he's in his be in his 4th season in the Indians organization, but I think he with the current condition of the outfield, a guy like him, could be given a shot. I don't think he will. I think he'll spend the year at Columbus, maybe Akron and Columbus. I don't know if he's even in their plans. I wish he would be, but I don't know if he is. But that's pretty much the, what I saw today. Joyce had an RBI. He still doesn't have a hit on the spring. So that's pretty much that. Ryan Flaherty, he had another single today and an RBI. He's hitting 300 for the spring with an 817 OPS. Again, these are spring numbers. Jose Ramirez is at 222, but he has an 856 OPS. So, you got some guys well over 1,000. Greg Allen's is 1483 right now. So, spring training numbers, obviously. Let's face it, the Diamondbacks didn't exactly throw Cy Young at the Indians today either. So, and they only got 7 runs. 7 runs is good, but in spring training, it's not unheard of. So that's pretty much, it's a spring game. We'll put this one in the books, and then they'll go on tomorrow, and just continue their work. They'll continue their work, and hopefully they'll get better, and hopefully they'll find some options because. They need some help in the outfield. I'm not going to sit here and say they don't need some help in the outfield. They definitely need some help in the outfield. tomorrow night they play at 8 o'clock against the Dodgers. So that game's got a chance of being on MLB Network. I don't know if it will be. The Dodgers in San Diego, it probably won't be because the Dodgers in San Diego also play at 8 o'clock, and that'll probably be on because of Manny Machado. So, but I don't know. It might be broadcast locally. I don't know. Kind of disappoints me how the Indians don't show more spring training games. It disappoints me quite a bit. But they'll play against the Dodgers tomorrow at 8:05. Now, let me get to Johnny Manziel. He was released by the Montreal Alouettes and banned by the Canadian Football League for breaking a clause in his contract. It was probably, I would have to think it was probably alcohol or drug related, as it has been. I don't know that for sure. That's just my opinion, my thought. But my thing is, how did anybody in Cleveland ever believe in this guy? How did you? I don't understand it. You just believed because the Browns drafted him. Blindly believed because the Browns drafted him. No matter, all the signs were there saying this guy was a mess. But Browns fans believed in him. They were in such a bad place, they believed in this guy. This guy who basically laughed in your faces. Never studied the playbook. Lied to the camera when he talked. And of course it came out after, but people like me knew, but people like me were criticized for saying he was going to go down in flames. You just hate the Browns. You just hate the Browns. So I post last night on social media, once again reminding people that I said this guy would fail. And people called me all kinds of names, a hater, you hate the Browns, you're just jealous. I love that one. You're just jealous. That's so ridiculous. Never would I be jealous of a Browns fan or where the Browns organization is. Never. Never. I won't be. I point out facts about this team that Browns fans don't want to see. They believe everything that's told to them in Berea. So when somebody like me comes out and goes against that narrative, I'm a hater or I'm crazy. I'm the captain of the SS. I told you so. You're right, I am, Paul. I am. At this time, I am. You know why? Because you and your Browns cronies, everything is always rosy with the Browns. Don't criticize the Browns. You guys were wrong. And I was right. And one thing I will say is people like to bring up Jameis Winston because I'm a Buccaneers fan. I'll say it again. I have never been a Jameis Winston fan. I have never stuck up for Jameis Winston since he's been with the Buccaneers. Ever. Never. Not once. I never wanted him on the Buccaneers. But you guys stuck up for Manziel. No matter if there were all these flags, you still stuck up for him. But that's how we're going to end the sports portion of the podcast tonight. Now we're going to go to the news and politics portion after this. We're back with the second half of the Lake County Sentinel podcast for tonight. Now we're going to talk news and politics. Quite a bit to talk about. We have a lot of news. You know, remember, we'll start with Trump. We'll start with Trump and his meeting with Kim Jong-un. Remember when Trump was running for president? He said, we're going to take care of this stuff quick. We're going to defeat ISIS on the first day. And his dumb followers believed it. We're going to get a deal done with North Korea right away. And his dumb followers believed it. He's a deal maker. That's what they said. I remember a bunch of them would argue with me. He's a deal maker. He's a deal maker. He gets deals done. Well, what is a major deal he's gotten done that was really benefited us since he's president? Since he's been president, he's just kissing the ass of Vladimir Putin. Okay, it's not helping our country at all. It's not helping our economy at all that he's kissing Vladimir Putin's ass. It's just making Putin stronger. Kim Jong-un, he can't do anything with him except shake his hand and act like things are getting done when nothing's getting done. They're still making nuclear weapons, even though Trump denies it. The intelligence says they're still producing nuclear weapons. Trump denies it. Well, how come he didn't stop it yet? How come he didn't stop it? And don't get mad that I call you dummies. Don't get mad that I call you dummies that you voted for him. You call us safety. You call us snowflakes because we can't handle anything. You're snowflakes because you can't handle being called a name. That's all you people do. But you are dummies for voting for the guy. He fooled you so bad. And then he raised your taxes. I love that. I love that you people are getting less money. Because you people are greedy racists. And I love that everything he said is coming back to bite you in your lily white asses. You white privileged son of a bitches. He says he'd much rather do the deal right than quick. Well, wait, hold on a minute. He told us he was going to get stuff done quick when he was running for president. We don't have time to wait. No, we want it done quick. Now he says he'd rather do it right than quick. Well, I don't think he's going to do it right even. It's not going to get done slow because he's not going to get a chance to do it. He's going to get nothing done with North Korea in his time as president. Nothing. Nothing. Not nothing. Relations will probably be worse. And then he kisses Jong-un's ass by saying that he believes Kim Jong-un, that he didn't know that they tortured Otto Warmbier. He actually said he believes the dictator. He believes the guy. Are you kidding me? I don't understand this guy. He loves dictators. He loves strongmen. He loves guys who rule with an iron fist. Saudi Arabia's leader, Vladimir Putin, Kim Jong-un. He loves them. He's afraid of them. That's what he is. He's afraid of them. And they know it. They know it. They like him because they know he's afraid of them. You people were stupid enough to believe this guy. You didn't like Hillary Clinton, but I'll bet you she wouldn't be kissing the ass of Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. She wouldn't be. You people are so stupid. It's unbelievable. And what's happened the last couple of days over there in Vietnam with this summit and the testimony by Michael Cohen One minute you call him a liar, but if he says something you like, well, he's telling the truth there. You people are so stupid. How can you continue to believe the garbage that comes out of this guy's mouth? I think Michael Cohen might know him a little better than you. And Michael Cohen knows that he conned the shit out of you. He knows it. Michael Cohen knows it. He knows he pulled the biggest con job in the history of the world over on you fools. He took advantage of your racist hate and got elected president. He knows he took advantage of the fact you were racist haters and used it to become president of the United States. You're fools. And he's laughing at you every day. You're fools. And he knows it. Well, and then we got Benjamin Netanyahu, the leader of Israel, a guy who I have never liked. He is a pompous, arrogant jerk who has always made excuses for we can do whatever we want because we're Israel. And Benjamin Netanyahu is a scumbag. Okay? He is a scumbag. And he was indicted today on racketeering and other charges by the Israel Attorney General. And if he goes on trial, he will be the first Israeli prime minister to ever go on trial while he is in office. Of course, Netanyahu came out and whined and cried to the cameras today, saying this is hurting his family and this is hurting, his son and his wife. You know what? When you were lying, cheating, and getting money from businesses to vote a certain way to help the big rich businessmen, were you thinking about your family then? No, you weren't. Benjamin Netanyahu, I have said it in the past and I'll say it now, he is the worst of the worst. He is a justifying jerk who will justify anything to get what he wants. He doesn't want to negotiate with anyone. He's a stubborn jerk. And of course, who supports him? Oh, Donald Trump. Even though Donald Trump is an anti-Semitic racist, there must be some money to be made there in Israel by Donald Trump. That's why he supports them. There must be some money to be made. Or maybe it's because Jared Kushner's Jewish. I don't know. But there's got to be a reason, and it's usually money, why Donald Trump is siding with Israel. Because, normally a racist and an anti-Semitic jerk like Trump would not side with Israel. I think it's all show. He's probably going to Trump Tower, Jerusalem, when he leaves office. I don't know. Something. There's got to be something there. Israel is a big tourist spot. I could see him building a resort there. I wouldn't be surprised. So Benjamin Netanyahu is in a little bit of trouble, and we'll see what happens. But he's a jerk. I've thought it for years. And these rumors about this happening have gone on for a while. And it's really not surprising that this came down today. Also, shame on Walmart for eliminating the door greeter and eliminating a position that mostly elderly and handicapped people have held through the years. They don't care, obviously, about handicapped or elderly people, Walmart. Think of that the next time you're going to spend money at Walmart. Think of that they don't care about the handicapped kid or person. So if you have a handicapped person in your family, Remember that. Remember, they don't care about the handicapped person in your family. They care about money. They only care about making money, Walmart. They don't care about your relative that may have special needs. It's all about money with them. They don't care about your elderly or older family member who may need the part-time greeter job at Walmart to supplement their income. They don't care about them. Okay? Remember that. They only care about making a profit and getting rid of the door greeter will probably help increase their profits because they're going to make this new position do other things besides be a door greeter, which is really sad because let me tell you something. My mom was a door greeter. It's the last job she ever had in her life. She passed away at 63. It's the last job she ever had. She was a door greeter at Walmart in Eastlake. And she was great at the job. She was great at the job. She was like me. She liked to talk. She liked to talk. But she was so good at that job. For years after she passed away, I would see people and they would say, wasn't your mother? Your mother was Betty, the door greeter at Walmart. People would go to Walmart to shop to see my mom. Okay? To see my mom. How do you think those people feel today? They're taking away a friend. That's what they're doing. They're taking away a friend. My mom made friends as a door greeter at Walmart. I think at the end she only worked 2 days a week. Monday and Thursday, I think it was. She worked like 5 hours. That's it. 5 hours, 10 hours a week. But she had friends. She had friends. I remember this one friend that she had. The grandparents of the boy lived in around here somewhere, but the boy would come and visit the grandparents all the time. And his name was Richard. He was a little guy. My mom loved the little guy. He'd come in all the time. My mom would buy him gifts on holidays. She was a door greeter at Walmart. But they're getting rid of that position now because it doesn't matter to them. Because all they care about is profits. Remember that the next time you go to Walmart, that they don't really care about you. I'm not saying the employees don't. I'm saying the corporation who you are aiding when you buy stuff at Walmart. They don't care about you. They only care about making money. Every single thing they do is about profit, not to make things easier for you, because they don't care about you. And they obviously don't care about their employees. Because the same day they gave them a big raise, when Trump bragged about, they also laid off a bunch of employees that day. But no one said anything about that. So remember that the next time you go to Walmart, they don't care about you. They don't care about their employees. They're only interested in making more and more money. Shame on Walmart for eliminating the door greeter. Shame on them. That's all the time we have for tonight. We will hopefully be back tomorrow night with another podcast. Until then, I hope everybody has a good night.